Oh, thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for Pastor Lance for allowing me to be in this church. Thank you for Brother David and his wonderful wife for allowing me to be in front of you guys for a few minutes. I would be remiss and I would commit a huge error before I actually get into my message today, which is talking about branching out, if I did not thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without him, this would not be possible. It definitely would not be possible. As a young man growing up, and very quickly, I'll share some of my background with you so you know where I'm at. A young man growing up in Baltimore City. At the age of 2 years old, my father was sentenced to 60 years in prison for robbing banks. So the first time I could physically touch my father, I was 21. So a lot of the lessons that I should have learned from a man, right? And this is a Men's Day breakfast. So fellas, I love you, but I'm going to be coming at you today in a good way. In a very good way. A lot of the lessons that I should have learned, I didn't know how. The first time I shaved, I was 27. Because why? I didn't know. I continued to make a lot of mistakes throughout my lifetime. When I was about 19 years old, right here off Pennsylvania Avenue, right near Zion Towers. I know many of you are probably familiar with Zion Towers. I was selling drugs. I'm going to just be honest. I'm a very candid person. And I got shot at close range. I didn't die. Obviously, I didn't die. And the gentleman was this close to where this gentleman is, and I don't mean to point at you. He shot me in the leg. Metal rod in my leg, bullet fragments in my leg as I stand before you today. And at the time, I said, God, why did this happen? I know why it happened. God is going to use me. God continues to use me. God is so good. God is so faithful. So wherever you are right now in your life, and I don't know what you're experiencing. Sure, everybody is going through something at some point. God is simply using you. I'm telling you from personal experience. So after getting shot, I decided, man, I need to get my life together. Went through a variety of schools, went to Jamaica and got married at 21. That was another opportunity certainly to learn. And through the course of all these life mistakes that I made, I realized that God is still using me. He has a greater purpose for my life. I went out to Oregon, graduated from Oregon State University, went out to Oregon as a sports broadcaster. So growing up, I had some issues with self-esteem and depression. So I found a real spirit, right? It was the bottle. You know, that kind of spirit. And I would drink, and I would drink, and I would drink, and I would drink away the problems. But really, it was just a mask. It was a facade right here. And when that alcohol went down, I had to drink to bring up that mask because I was never comfortable inside. Rashad was never comfortable with Rashad. So I lost a job out in Oregon, had a horrific car accident. And the good people in Oregon said, Rashad, we love what you do as a sports broadcaster. You don't have to go back to Baltimore, but you got to leave Oregon. So I came back on the plane, and one of the most embarrassing moments of my life is I had to face my father figure, which was my grandfather. And at the time, he was actually passing of cancer and dementia. And his mind was sort of in and out. And he said, young man, you look familiar, but I really don't remember you. And he asked my grandmother, he said, why is he in my house? I look like I know him, but I don't know him. And I just felt terrible inside because I had blown a golden opportunity to really start a legacy in my family. First male in my family with any kind of college degree. And I blew that opportunity. And then I would question God. I was raised in a church right here, Gillis Memorial in Park Heights, 4633. Born on 4633 Park Heights Avenue, but born and raised in Gillis Memorial, right up the street. And I said, God, why did I blow that opportunity? And God kept telling me, I'm using you. I'm using you for something greater. So fast forward, I'm here now throughout a series of mistakes. I'm here in front of you, a saved man, been able to take a real spiritual walk with God. So over the next 20 or 30 minutes, whatever time is allotted to me, I just want to, my ultimate goal here is to have somebody, won't catch everybody, but one person to leave here better than which they entered. That's my ultimate goal every time I speak, whether it's young people, more seasoned people, whether it's a business, whether it's a high school, whether it's a college. I want to put something in you. I want to download something into your intellectual hard drive today where you leave here and something sticks in your mind. That's my goal. Is that all right?